Well, welcome back, and thank you for being a part of this Election Day broadcast, albeit very little of tonight's show will be about Election Day. Last-minute raindrop there on the glasses from just coming in from outside. As you can see over my shoulder, things have calmed down at this hour. However, just before 6 o'clock, most everyone well aware of the situation as things became very tense and concerning as confirmed tornado reports started to be issued by the National Weather Service and others, and for very good reason. However, we're still yet to confirm, that any of those touched the ground in Magoffin County. I hope to have something before I leave you. I have contact with Magoffin County Judge Executive Matt Wireman. He just a second ago was on his way to the Carver area, which is the only place that we have been told that one may have actually touched down. Magoffin County 911 has not received any confirmation of such or any calls even. However, just by way of speaking to individuals and residents, that's the only place where there appears to be at least a possibility thereof, and I hope to have that confirmation for you in just a few moments. Right now, I have no damages to speak of or anything of that nature, and I'm hoping that the show will end on that same very note. The tornado warning for Magoffin County has well expired. That cell, which made its way all the way across most of Kentucky, spawning numerous tornado warnings, did just that here, and the rotation was very obvious and very concerning, and the skies very daunting and troublesome, to say the least. I think we all have just a different way of thinking and way of processing weather like this, of course, since that day. But nevertheless, this is what we were looking at a few moments ago. With the good news is that still so far no injuries, no damages to report. But here's how it all worked its way across the viewing area. This is not actually the video that I had meant to pull up and share. I'll try to bring that up in a second. It's simply the skies. Time and fear both bearing down on me, kind of prevented me from going past the Mason Creek area during this time that's on your screen. That you can see the rotation there, even on this image here that I use on a daily basis, showing the rotation and the reason for the tornado warnings. I do have word coming in that I've got Judge Executive Matt Wireman on another line in there, so he has been to the Carver area, and I'll have an update for you as soon as I break for a commercial and come back. With that said, this was the reason again. Tornado warnings, as you can see right there, that rotation just to the south of Sagersville. Heavy rains, a lot of lightning, and of course tornado warnings, and we're still waiting to hear of any potential tornadoes that may have hit the ground. So with that said, I'll have that update in just a few seconds, as Carver right now is the only area where we're really investigating or surveying any potential tornado hitting the ground. And again, I'll have something more for you in just a few moments, and I hope that all is well for everyone. With that said, it's Election Day. It's winding down, and it never really wound up to begin with. I do have some numbers in for you. Now, these are some preliminary, unofficial numbers. No results, obviously. Polls just closed at 6 o'clock, but I suspect all polls in Magoffin County closed without any technical difficulties. We're able to close promptly at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock, no lines, no waiting, nothing really to speak of. It's been that way across the board all day long. At just a few minutes before 6, the countywide turnout was being monitored in real time and stood at about 11%. A question to you. Well known, Magoffin County is a mostly, and has been historically, Democratic county. If I pose the question to you, how many Democratic votes were cast today, no absentees, just today at the polls, and how many Republican ballots? I'll give you a moment to get a number, or at least a ratio. And altogether, those added up to an 11% voter turnout just before the 6 o'clock hour. That 11%, again, does not include any early voting, which will be significant, hopefully, as well as any absentee voting. But standalone voting in the precincts today was at 11%, 628 Republican votes, and 499 Democratic votes cast today, just shortly before the 6 o'clock time frame here in Magoffin County. I'll have a complete breakdown of the turnout, what voters decided here and in Johnson County tomorrow. Of course, really, Democratic votes, all it was, as I showed you on the sample ballot, 2 candidates for Agriculture Commissioner, 3 for that of Governor, 12 Republican Governor candidates, but 2 or 3 other state races, including Agriculture Commissioner, State Treasurer, and the like. So we'll break that down tomorrow, but there's some information for you. It's not been an active election day. Weather day is another story, and there's another story that I'll have more information on towards the latter part of the program in just a minute. There's no missing that this is the new McFarland and Tinker Law Office location on the Mountain Parkway in the former Farm Bureau building in Sagersville, just like there's no denying that their nearly 60 years of legal experience has won their clients millions and millions of dollars in disability, auto accident, and wrongful death cases. It's where your case matters to you and to us. McFarland and Tinker, also Griffey approved. Get great deals on the greatest brands at Conley Tire with up to $150 back on Goodyears, $100 on Hankooks, $100 on Mickey Thompsons, $125 on Yokohamas. And you can always pay now or later. Plus quick service with oil changes, brake jobs, $35 computer diagnostics to fix and repair your ride at Conley Tire and ConleyTire.net. There where every day starts, it's made and it ends. From hitting the floor to hitting the road and back, your feet carry the day's duties. And if you're hurting from what might be a work or sports or stress-related fracture you don't even know about, diabetic, or that all too often heel pain that just won't go away, or any type of pain or discomfort or in need of wound care, come to where they care.
Put your best foot forward and come visit our podiatry team. We care about our patients and their feet.
That's Dr. Cheney and her team at Hope Family Podiatry Center next to Hope Family Pediatrics on the Mountain Parkway. Magoffin Farm Bureau and manager Doug Green are proud to welcome Agent Jeff Salyer to the agency. Jeff's lifelong knowledge of the community and our people make him an immediate asset for all of your auto, home, life, commercial, and retirement investments. They're waiting for your call or visit at Magoffin Farm Bureau. I was able to complete, or at least mostly, one of the stories that I was working on before the weather events started to unfold, and that is of an investigation by the Johnson County Sheriff's Department into the theft of a wallet that was dropped in front of a Sayersville business. Video surveillance from that business, from this one and others, appears to show a customer of Fraser's Prater Drugstore getting out, his wallet falling onto the roadway, a motorist noticing that, making a U-turn, stopping the passenger, picking up that wallet, and then leaving the scene. Those 2 individuals in that truck are now the subject of a lot of questions by the Magoffin County Sheriff's Department. Ashley Montgomery reached out to me last night wanting to know if I had any surveillance video that might supplement some that they had in front of Fraser's Prater Drugstore. It's where she was actually a passenger in her father's pickup truck yesterday afternoon, about 3:45, when they pulled up out front. This video shows that actually happening a little bit better. At this point, she and her father, Wiley Wireman, who's stepping out of his pickup truck there in front of the drugstore and see his wallet hit the ground. And at the same time, there was a small Ford Ranger pickup truck extended cab that was right there, the driver appearing to notice that something had fallen out of the truck, and that being the wallet. The driver then goes on up to the old service station parking lot there and makes a U-turn, backs out into the driveway, and then comes back down to where Mr. Wireman had just stepped out of his vehicle. And as you see here from the cameras on top of the building, you can see the truck slow down, the passenger opened the door, you can see the passenger reach down. The door of the truck that stopped actually makes contact with the other door that Ashley is in, and she's unbeknownst at the time what was happening, and then after that, the small pickup truck continues to proceed on with her father's wallet. It actually stops at the red light here, appearing though it's going to take a left down 460 west, but instead the driver takes a hard left and then goes up Route 40. The Ford Ranger has some identifying characteristics, a Caterpillar license plate, and some other things, the toolbox in the bed. And other businesses in Sayersville were supplying, I think, some video to local authorities who were investigating, specifically Deputy Trent Arrowwood with the Magoffin County Sheriff's Department. So if you have any information about the identity of the driver or the passenger of that pickup truck or the pickup truck in general, you can contact the Magoffin County Sheriff's Department at 349-2914, or Ashley Montgomery, who is still trying to gather some information in hopes of recovering the contents of her father's wallet. Once again, you can see as he steps out there it falls, and then the truck that drives by makes the turn, comes back, and then picks it up, and then leaves the scene. With that being said, we're going to have to bypass and skip the community calendar for tonight and those announcements. I don't think I had anything but a couple of reminders, but we'll pick that up again on tomorrow's program. I'm going to pause just for a commercial message. When we come back, if I can't have him in person, I think we at least via the internet, we'll have some information as Judge Executive Matt Wyman surveyed the Carver area to see if there indeed was a tornado that may have touched down. So one way or the other, I'll have that information after this break. Spring is always the most colorful season of the year at the seasonal shop. Come see for yourself. Gorgeous new clothes for everyone. Bright, flowy tops and dresses. Something perfect for Easter. Fun flare leg jeans and new styles and arrivals every day. New sweatshirts and shorts and tees by Royce, Ridge and Holler, and others. And little sleepies are here, all in an incredibly comfy, cute, and durable bamboo viscose material. All this and so much more that you just have to see this spring at the seasonal shop. 2 locations, 2 ATMs, too much history, over 120 years, and just too many reasons not to trust the oldest, only banking family that exists for the sole purpose of helping your families, our friends, grow financially and securely. Lean on Sagersville National Bank for any of your home, auto, commercial, retirement, or online banking needs. And let us help you make your dreams come true. Someone dies in the U.S. every 7 minutes from an overdose, and over half of the population gets or takes pills from a friend or a relative. And about 46 million and counting are exposed to narcotics in their drinking water. So don't toss them, flush them, or leave them lying around. Safely dispose of your unneeded meds anytime at Parkway Pharmacy,
where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
The reassurance of getting your medications and over-the-counter needs at Sagersville's oldest and most trusted pharmacy. The convenience of curbside pickup and call-ahead service. And the fact that you can walk in, order to go, or sit down and get gourmet quality hot fudge brownies, nachos, shakes, coffees, hot dogs with homemade sauce, desserts, and more makes it more than your hometown Good Neighbor Pharmacy. It's a destination in downtown Sagersville, Frazier's Prater Drugstore. It doesn't get any sweeter than that.
Tired of long-term commitment plans? Then Appalachian Wireless has the new plans for you. No credit check, no contracts, and most of the features are postpaid. It's Forward Pay, the simpler way to do wireless on the region's premier cellular provider. And it starts as low as $19.99 per month for unlimited talk and text. At 5 gigabytes of data for only $29.99 per month. Or at 10 gigabytes of data for only $39.99 per month. Or go with unlimited data starting at $64.99 per month with 25 gigabytes of high-speed data before being throttled. Because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
To no surprise, tournament action, championship rounds all across eastern Kentucky and much of the state that were set for tonight canceled due to the weather. I do have some outcomes for you from last night's first round action in the 57th and 58th, and we'll get to that in a second and tell you the updated schedule right now. I have another report before we go to that and some weather updates. The Kentucky State Police just today officially making a statement in regards to a fatality that happened in Floyd County over the course of the weekend, Saturday. It was Saturday night around 11 o'clock that an individual was killed after a vehicle versus pedestrian collision that happened on 114 in Prestonsburg. 42-year-old Jared Montgomery of High Hat was traveling in a 2012 Kia Sorento SUV on 114 when a 36-year-old Dewey Lewis of Prestonsburg, reportedly, says Post 9, walked into the path of that vehicle and was hit and pronounced dead on the scene by the Floyd County Coroner's Office. The investigation is still ongoing by a KSP accident reconstructionist. With that said, to no surprise, championship rounds, baseball, softball tonight, postponed till tomorrow and Thursday for the 57th. The 57th District Baseball Championship will be played tomorrow at 7 in Paintsville. The Softball Championship Thursday at 6. They're going to split them up to try to help accommodate parking over at Paintsville. Now, those teams, well, we'll get to that in a second, are coming up facing each other in the championship after the Hornets were eliminated in round one last night. The boys on the diamond 11-1 by Paintsville. They will wrap up their season officially at 3-21. Johnson Central and the Golden Eagles will take on Paintsville, who defeated the Hornets last night. They will do so after Johnson County took out Martin County. 10-3 last night was the final score. Johnson Central and the Golden Eagles going on 19-13, and again, they are playing in the 57th District Championship tomorrow night. Game time set for 7 o'clock. Shouldn't be any problems weather-wise. It will just be getting the fields recovered by then, and I'm sure they're going to be working very hard to do so. And, of course, they're taking on Paintsville, who defeated the Magoffin County Hornets 11-0. With that win, the top seeded in the region, Paintsville Tigers in baseball, go on to 26-8, and again take on Johnson Central in the championship game. In the regular season, just looking, they won over Johnson Central. The Tigers did 3-0 and 7-4 in the regular season. Checking out 57th District, our other viewing area team, Coach Feltner and the Bulldogs, a win over Betsy Lane 9-0. The boys cruising on to an 18-10 run thus far and into the championship, where they will take on Floyd Central, and that will be tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. The 58th District being played, well, at Floyd Central. Yeah, just making sure. And the Lady Hornets came out screaming last night against the Lady Tigers of Paintsville and jumped out to a 3-0 early lead in the championship last night, and they held the Lady Tigers till the very bitter end. But in the last short inning or two, 4 runs scored for Paintsville and the Lady Tigers, and that was enough to seal the deal and seal the series, if you will, counting the regular season over the Magoffin County Lady Hornets. The Lady Hornets respectfully wrap it up at 17-12 on the season. Johnson Central and the Golden Eagles will advance to take on Paintsville this Thursday after they sat down Martin County 15-0. That was in 4 innings. And again, they'll take on the Lady Tigers of Paintsville. The Lady Eagles going on to a 23-9 run thus far. Right now, between the Lady Golden Eagles and Central, the Central Lady Golden Eagles, have won 12-3 and 13-2 over Paintsville's Lady Tigers. And there you have Lady Tigers going on to vote Central Thursday night at 6, and they're going on with a 12-20 run thus far. Real quickly, Lawrence County and the Lady Bulldogs, just saying, in the 58th, they took out Prestonsburg at Floyd Central, 19-0 in 3 innings. And the Lady Bulldogs go on a 24-12 run, continuing their season and running right into Floyd Central tomorrow night at 6 o'clock in Prestonsburg. Think I got all that right. It's a little scattered around here at this particular time. Now, a quick look at your weather, which I'm glad to report has calmed down. These are the latest updates that I have in regards to any potential tornadoes and the weather ahead, which is going to be much calmer, well, throughout the entire forecast period, certainly comparatively, but as well, we're looking at some nice days down the stretch. Couple of updates real quickly on the tornado and on the election. Let me tell you what we're looking at right now. This was actually earlier in this afternoon when one of the cells hit the northern part of Magoffin County. There in the red, you can see folks in the northern part of the county starting to get hammered right around that time frame from that cell. That was separate from the one that came through and then came through just to the south and spawned a number of tornado warnings here in Magoffin County and Floyd County before and even after, I think. This is still that same cell that traveled in to Magoffin, into Morgan, into Johnson, parts of it, but to the north of downtown Sayersville. It was thereafter, as we know, of course, right around the 5 o'clock hour where everything got much more intense, and that's the video loop that I showed you a few moments ago that very well shows the rotation involved. The National Weather Service declaring, as they should have, a tornado. It was unknown as to whether or not it hit the ground, but a tornado that had formed. I spoke with Magoffin County Judge Matt Wireman just a moment ago. He's been to Carver and the surrounding area, everywhere that there was thought to possibly have been a tornado, and he has found zero evidence. I'm glad to report of a tornado that has touched down in Carver, Royalton, or anywhere in Magoffin County. We also know of none touching down in the immediate surrounding counties as well. He also has an update from Curry Howard from Licking Valley RACC, which at 5:45 a moment ago had only 3 customers in Magoffin County without power. They were isolated and sporadic and obviously not indicative of any high winds that took place. That also is good news after a very, very tense 15, 30, 45 minutes or so for a lot of us. So that is the situation at this hour. I hope that will continue, as I suspect it to be the situation when I have more of an update for you on tomorrow night's program. Now, as for a quick update on the election real quickly, I just got some literally seconds ago. Polls were closed with the number of votes cast today, which was right around 11 to 1,200 at the polls, and the number of absentee ballots, early voting. Magoffin County appears to have a 12% turnout today. And we also outnumbered, as far as votes are concerned, Republican votes over Democratic votes, about 700 to about 500, which I thought interesting. So we'll have the totals, see how Magoffin County fared as far as how accurate their selections were with those statewide. For, of course, governor, treasurer, auditor, and agriculture commissioner, and I'm missing one, I know, and it's just been a day. But we will see. We'll have a complete rundown of election turnout and totals for you on tomorrow. Tonight, things are calming down. They will continue to do so. We have some continued lingering showers out there. 52 degrees, northwesterly winds 5 to 15. The big, bad, heavy stuff is out of here. Still some lingering effects that will not linger into your tomorrow. We will see some patchy fog into the morning, mostly sunny, 74 for your Wednesday. Mostly clear skies will continue. It will be nice. It will be calm. It will be deserved after today. Thursday, we'll top on another 5-6 degrees to the daytime high and hit around 80 degrees. We will see sunny skies. We will see only a 10% chance of some late afternoon showers and storms, like after 4. During the overnight, we'll crank that up to maybe 30%, and that will carry us into Friday with similar circumstances. 80 degrees again, mostly sunny, about a 30 to 40% chance of some showers and storms throughout morning, mid-afternoon or so. Then I think by Friday night, we'll see just maybe some mostly cloudy skies, and again, 54 for nighttime lows. We have some lingering shower chances into the first half of your weekend, but it's kind of a narrow window. Saturday, 75. We have a 30 to 40% chance of showers after 3, and a slight chance, later on in the evening. Not too bad. Hopefully, it will be a nice day, and those will really be anything to speak of. Good news is thereafter, some very deserving calm, dry conditions. 77, 80, 83, sunny across the board Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. I'll take it. And that's it. I hope that I'm signing off at 6:30 with everyone safe and sound and all of your property and belongings as well, and that we saw no damages and hopefully no tornado that actually touched down in Magoffin County. I'll be out this evening and tomorrow trying to confirm that, and I'll let you know tomorrow as soon as we have that information as well. We'll be talking about Election Day today, just in case you forgot. And I've had that sensation in a lot of conversations today with folks who had almost slipped their minds just because of course, the lack of interest, if you will, for whatever reason. State races, of course, and I think a lot of presumptions maybe on the Democratic ticket. For whatever reason, 11% was the actual turnout again today at the polls. We'll see how Magoffin County and the rest of the state turned out on tomorrow's program. So a host of other news and information. I hope you all remain safe, and I hope to see you here safe and sound again tomorrow night for the next edition of Your News Today. Thank you for watching.